Hello, this is John Diaz here, presidential candidate. Back in Florida, as we can see there, another empty warehouse. And another one over there with the lease sign on it. That's two warehouses back to back with for lease signs on it. Again, just wanted to repeat that introduction. I'm John Diaz, an independent presidential candidate for the 2024 election, and I need your support. There's a lot of empty real estate throughout America. When I was touring Colombia and South America, there was also a lot of empty real estate, I noticed. And capitalism's down throughout the world, and it's going to take someone with a vision to uplift all these problems we have in capitalism. And it all starts with a robust economy. An economy under our administration will be an economy like never seen before. And the reason we've got to do this is because there's a lot in stake. Capitalism's riding on the ballot. And I'm asking everybody to please look at all the videos I've made to see what I can do for you guys, so you all can see my vision. And if your vision aligns with that, I'm asking for your support. I'm asking for everybody's vote. If everybody wants a robust economy, an economy like never seen before. And my trip to Colombia pointed out a lot of factors. It pointed out the fact that if we look at the previous administration and the current candidate for the presidency, President Trump, he doesn't seem like he's interested in having a good relationship with many countries. It's like if they can't do something for him, then he'll forget about them. And the problem is we've got Russia and China lurking and their allies. So we've got to have someone with the right vision. And I feel like I have the vision. And if I can gain your support and you guys feel like my vision is what you guys see yourselves aligning with that vision, then I'm asking for your support. As I go through Florida, I'm looking here. There's good lighting on the highway, and that's important, as you guys have seen the previous videos. Now, they probably lit these highways because of the amount of volume that goes through here. Now, what didn't take place in many of these highway investments is that someone could go off this highway and smack into one of those lights, and then that'll be a lost investment. There's another pole there with a camera. There's a lot of highway investment. So I think another important factor in highways is to put guardrails to protect those investments. Because every time a car hits one of those lights, they got to replace it. They got to actually put a whole new one. And then you have the downtime of the company that has to go out there and replace it. And I think that a guardrail's needed anyway, because if a car goes off the highway, it's going to smack into the brush and it could cause a lot of property damage. And then you have the signs like the ones we just passed like this big sign right here holding up this sign, the big structure that holds up the sign. Someone could go off the highway and crash into that and knock it down and possibly cause death and destruction. So the guardrails like this one you see here would protect the signage, the light posts, the camera poles, the sign structures, and it would also protect the landscaping. So I know that may be like a little difficult because usually they put these guardrails like this one here. Like this one's a steep hill, so they put it there to protect people. Then you got this other one because it's a steep hill. But we may have to put more of those, like you see there. You have that one to protect one side of the highway from going to the other side. But we may need more of them, maybe with little slots to get landscape equipment in there. But anyhow, the guardrails would basically protect the investment of the signs, the poles, all the signage and poles and whatever equipment could be on the highway. So there's a lot to think about and a lot to discuss, but I can tell you right now, those light poles, it doesn't take much to knock one of those down. And that seems like it would be I think it would be better to replace guardrails by sections if someone hit it, rather than replace light poles and other structures. So that's another idea for highways. And then we're looking at the striping in the highway. This striping looks a little bit dull. I think the striping should be done every, 4 to 6 months, because the cleaner, the crisp the striping looks, the safer it is for the public. And then you've got just general landscape maintenance that can be implemented by having more aggressive maintenance, like these retention walls. Make sure that the walls are clean of any debris. So it's going to involve more aggressive landscape contracting, pruning of the plants, plant separation. There's a lot of work that we can create out of nowhere. And this is a good opportunity to employ a lot of people, hire a lot of contractors, and generate a lot of tax revenue through payroll taxes. So I'm asking for your vote. I'm asking for everybody to please watch the videos I've made and to get a better idea of what my vision is. And if you guys align with that vision, I'm asking for your support. Now, another item in the highway maintenance is we got a lot of one thing I've noticed about here in Florida is you see the chain link fence there along the highway. In theory, that's a good idea because it's keeping animals from going on the highway. But the problem is that once you see all that debris climbing up the the fence fabric, it'll start to bring down the fence over time if they don't clean that debris. The second item is that if you have the brush up against the chain link fence like that, it's a matter of time before some tree limb falls, and then it's going to cause a breach in the fence line. But you can see here clearly what I'm talking about. All that debris, if you don't have maintenance plans, that debris will take down the fence. So I look at all these things quickly, and I think about job creation. And here we have a landfill, guys. There's a lot of work to be done when it comes to landfills. I believe that there's a lot of recyclable material in these landfills all throughout the country. And I think that we should look into digging these old landfills up and removing all the plastics that can be turned into fuel. And here we got a large development project of some sort, land clearing. You can see all the piles of debris. And remember, guys, just like we take down debris and woods, natural environments like that, we've got to be aggressive of what we put back up. We've got to remember that plants are the air that we breathe. So we've got to be aggressive in landscape installation throughout America. And once again, I'm keeping contractors in mind, because part of having a strong, robust economy involves giving contractors the opportunity to expand, the opportunity to keep hiring new employees to make more revenue. And so we look at the chain link here, it's clear, but then you got overgrowth right there and brush climbing up it. I think the way to do it is you got to have a certain amount of footage that's clear behind the fence, so the contractors can do maintenance in front of it and behind the chain link fabric. So there's a lot of items that can be done. Right now I just saw a Tesla on the other side of the highway. I think continue to grow the electric infrastructure. I'll tell you what, during my trip in Colombia, I didn't see much electric automobiles over there. I mean, I think I probably saw one or two, and that was it. And they're probably charging their cars at their homes. So definitely a lot of the electric infrastructure, it needs to grow over there. And you know, I'm all for making American companies grow and be successful, so I think it's important to help all the companies in America and not be leaning towards, you know, particular companies. But part of my mission is to make all companies successful, to make the American people successful. And that's one of my top agendas, and that's why I keep referring to a strong, robust economy. And that's why it was so important, my trip in Colombia, because it highlights how important it is to have a strong relationship with Colombia and to understand the communist factors that are lurking behind these democracies that really leads back to Russia and China and their wants and needs to take over countries like they're doing. And Colombia's at risk. It's at high risk of leaning the other way. So I think it's important to have a strong tie with these countries and to promote fair elections. It's so important to promote capitalism, to promote the capitalist dream, and to save the American dream by rewarding all small businesses, all medium businesses, and all large businesses. And it takes someone with a special vision that takes everybody into account. We hear a lot of candidates who just want it one way. You know, they just want the Republicans to do well or the Democrats to do well. And honestly, nobody really wants the people at the bottom to do well. They just kind of want them to stay there. But my bonus program highlights that it's actually helping everybody. And that's what I'm all about. And that's why I need everybody's help. That's why I need everybody to jump on board and look at me as an option to everything that we're used to. Someone that'll work for the American people relentlessly. Someone that'll have a good relationship with all the nations around the world. And someone that'll reel in new nations and build new bridges and fortify the relationships with nations that are leaning the other way. And why is this so important? Because manufacturing is on the line. You saw Colombia, how many American products are out there. I mean, yes, the last several days, the whole time that I was there, it was incredible, all the American corporations and businesses that are out there. I've mentioned it before. You know, there was Marriott, there was Courtyard Marriott, there was Hilton, there was Holiday Inn, there was McDonald's. Yesterday I even saw Little Caesars Pizza. You've got Pizza Hut, you've got Coca-Cola, you've got Pepsi, you've got FedEx, you've got, you know, competitors of FedEx there. You've got Boeing aircraft. You've got so much American know-how and technologies out there. And they all look up to us. They look up to us because we're supposed to be the headquarters of capitalism, so we've got to act like it. And we need someone that has the vision and the understanding of this. So please, I'm asking everybody, one good place to start is looking at the videos, all the videos I've laid out so far, getting close to 60 videos now. And look at right now along these highways, all this brush is overgrown. It's invading the right-of-way, and the same with the other side. So it takes someone with a good eye to create all kinds of jobs. I'd be happy to meet with the governors and create jobs to employ massive amounts of people, massive amounts of companies, and get this economy roaring like it's never roared before. Make this economy so strong, and we can help build other nations in the process, build their economies up as well, build up capitalism to save it. This is how we make capitalism strong. And for all the people that want to work with us that are from communist nations, as long as they have goodwill and good intent, I'd be happy to work with them. But if they don't, I'll know it. And then we'll simply, you know, reduce the load with them and give it to our partners. Why? Because they do it to us. They are doing it to us. They're getting to a point where they're getting bold, and it's becoming evident what they're after. So I'm asking everybody to look this way. Look at all the job creation videos I've done talking about creating jobs out of nowhere, just like this video. There's so many jobs that can be done. You guys know how aggressive I've talked about litter control all over the world, and about the new technology of fusing down plastics back into gasoline or diesel, and re-earthing landfills to take all those plastics out and fuse them back down to reduce the landfill amounts. It would be huge. Not to mention creating more space in the landfills. So there's a lot to talk about when it comes to trash management, because we have a large emphasis on expanding society, but there's a lot of ways to improve the trash management in America, and I think it's about time that we have serious discussions on how to go about that. How to increase recycling, how to have aggressive plans to clean up all the litter in this country and around the world. And not to mention the bonus program to help the people at the very bottom who are living in their cars, who are living in the woods. For the people who can't even maintain their cars right because they don't have any money. For the people who are struggling every day. For the people who need help. The bonus program is made to help people and to encourage them to do better, to work harder, to aspire to climb the ladder and go on to a better bonus plan. It helps the middle class and it helps the people up top. This program helps everybody. And it's exactly that. It's a bonus program. Not to mention the travel incentive for all Americans. Not all Americans, up to 100,000 over 18. It gives people the incentive to travel, to have a vacation every year. So many millions of people that don't get to ever take a vacation in their life because they can't. Well, this is the opportunity to boost the travel sector. It'll allow people to take road trips, just like I'm doing right now. It'll allow people to travel in airplanes. It'll allow people to stay at hotels. It'll allow people to go to restaurants and spend money on inviting their families out to eat. It'll allow people to do things that they've never been able to do. And all the things that I'm talking about is about improving the American people's lives. So in all the videos that everybody's seen of me doing daily videos in Colombia, well, naturally, a candidate reporting from Colombia is a little confusing, but there was a purpose behind it. It was to show the American people why it's important to have good relationships with all the capitalist nations, to uplift them and to uplift the American people by increasing manufacturing in America, creating more jobs, employing all the people who are so-called illegal by giving them legal permits to work here legally, to pay their fair share of taxes, and to be law-abiding working people. And at the same time, they're helping their own countries by sending money. They're uplifting their own country, their own governments, their own abilities to also do stuff for their people, which is create jobs. And I can guide everybody and work with everybody, and they can see what we'll be doing and they can try to do the same thing. And then we talk about implementing the watering system here in America, about harnessing floodwaters like it's never been done before. Nobody's ever done that. Harness the water, truck it with tankers, take it to treatment plants, clean the water up, and make sure that the reservoirs are filled beyond capacity, so every municipality, every city, every township has water for the farmers, for the landscapers, for all the people that need water in rural areas. We can also supply the underground water to fill up the reservoirs there, so people in rural communities have water. Imagine all the millions of jobs that would be created out of nowhere because we would be irrigating America. The landscapers would be watering. There would be more mowing cycles, even in the highways, because these highways, look at them, they're all burnt. They're not looking so green. So we can have tanker trucks just spraying the water, 100 feet from the side of the highways on a routine basis to make sure that the grass is moist and growing and green. And at the same time, we're solving a lot of the fire hazards. And we can use the same firefighting equipment to irrigate the land from above. It's a big job, it's a huge undertaking, but there's nothing America can't do. We're the leader of the capitalist world. We're the headquarters. We got to show the world that we can think big too, and we can do big, huge projects. Look at the Chinese. Look at what they're doing. They're making us look bad in a lot of sectors. Well, it's about time that we do something about it for our people, for our land. So a lot of the videos, I'm kind of doing a recap. I'm talking about a lot of things that I've talked on all the previous videos. Not to mention infrastructure repair, repaving our roadways. Look at this. Look at all the potholes. Look at that. Come on, guys. This is I-95, one of the major arteries of American highways. We need some pristine asphalt. We need good striping so people can see at night. We need lighting. Look at this. This highway, like many highways, has no lighting. And one of the previous videos talked about lighting up America, meaning lighting up a lot of highways to make them safer. To make them safer for the citizens using the highways, the people using the highways, and to make us safer for everybody, even for animals. And then we need to figure out how to contain animals, do a better job, save their lives. There's too much destruction out there with deer and in other parts of the country with other animals. So we got to take an aggressive stance on everything I'm talking about. We got to figure out ways to save the animals, to prevent accidents and deaths that happen every year. Remember in Colombia, I was shocked to see a lot of the semi-trailers. They don't have the guardrails on the sides, and there's been people that have been killed. I remember a particular case of a married couple who lost their son. Their son got trapped under the trailer and got killed. And the mother was pleading about these manufacturers to do something about it. And I'll never forget that touching case. Well, imagine if she were to see that trailers in Colombia they're implementing that idea onto their semi-trailers. And I'm thinking, how is this possible? How can we not have that here in America? It's common sense, and it protects the American public. So I think that's something that the president should talk with the trailer manufacturers and get a bill passed to have that implemented, just like they did with the rear bumper. You can see right there, that semi has a rear bumper that they put that into law to protect people. There's so much to do in America, so many jobs that can be created, and there's so much opportunities. And then talking about infrastructure, look at these bridges. Now, I'm not saying that Florida's got terrible bridges. I'm saying that most states have terrible bridges. Simply bridges that are unkept. that need repairs, that need maintenance. And in a lot of states, maybe in all states, there's a lot of neglect, a lack of maintenance to upkeep the bridges, to upkeep the roads. Just like in Colombia, a lot of bridges needed attention. They have pretty poor roads in general. In other words, there's a lot of major highways you can get around, but all the secondary roads, neighborhood roads, very poor condition. You know, they're trying, but they're not trying hard enough. They need to also get aggressive, and I think they're looking to us to see what we do so they can get guidance. So this video pretty much was a recap, talking about a whole lot of issues. And don't forget about all the empty real estate, all the empty warehouses here in America. That's a red alert right there. That's a red flag, rather. A red flag that something's not working well with the economy. Remember in Colombia, I talked about all the greenhouses that we saw over there. And I was talking about greenhouse production and greenhouse, an increase in greenhouse implementation all throughout America. We could keep food and vegetables growing all year round with greenhouses. There's so much opportunity, but without a good water source, without a good water plan, a lot of this stuff can't be implemented. So it takes someone that has an idea, that has a vision. So I'm asking here to conclude, asking everybody to please look at all the videos that I've laid out. I'm asking for your support. I'm asking for your vote and to stand by me so we can win together. So we can get a robust economy like never seen before. To start applying solutions to all the problems. To tackle everything aggressively. Please join me. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like if you did. Please share to let other people know about this channel and everything I'm laying out. And please subscribe. I'm asking for your help to get a lot of new subscribers so y'all can be up to date with all the videos I'm making. Look at this bridge. It's a concrete cast bridge, so those are usually in better shape. But look at here, they did some work. They ground up all the debris up to the fence line. You see right there? That's a start. It's about getting the ball rolling and keep it rolling until there's an energetic movement, an energetic momentum. It's about creating so many jobs. Look at all the right-of-ways, brushes, all overgrown. So many things to do in America. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. I need as many subscribers as humanly possible. And please share, that's equally important. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.